E te mana whakawa.
Paul Foster Bell.
E te mana whakawa tuarua, tēnā koe, tēnā koutou katoa, e ngā mema o te whare. Sir, it's a pleasure to follow on from Dennis O'Rourke, who has just resumed his seat. I was surprised that he brought such a level of modernity to the debate, given he generally adheres to Victorian views on most of the subjects he intervenes on in this House. Sir, this climate change response removal of transitional measures amendment bill is a very good one, and I'd like to congratulate my colleague, the Honourable Paula Bennett, the Minister for Climate Change Issues, who has introduced this piece of, I think, positive legislation. We take the environment and our commitment to it very seriously on this side of the House, Mr. Speaker. It is a blue-green approach, and it represents, I think, a very sensible balancing act, in that we are not immediately launching to the full force taking effect. We are, in fact, phasing in a reduction in the 2 for the price of 1 that currently exists for carbon units in certain industries, but we're phasing that in over a 3-year period at a rate of 67% next year, 83% in 2018 and 100% in 3 years' time. Sir, I would point out that agriculture is still not included in the ETS, but there will be a few costs from this measure for those who are participating in our vital agricultural economy. For instance, whilst dairy farmers won't be paying for emissions from their animals, Fonterra does have some emissions related to the coal-fired drying units, for instance, the electricity consumed in their plants for producing the dairy products which are such valuable export commodities, and also for transport and trucking. So we have some estimates here for the costs that might be imposed of around $265 a year in 2017 for sheep and beef farmers, going out to $795. Perhaps a little more for dairy farmers, $690 in 2017. But so I think this is a relatively small price to pay for something which will cement New Zealand's clean and green reputation on the world stage and allow us to continue to be a powerhouse in tourism, to attract those high-value tourists who really do value a clean and green environment, which is what we have to offer here. So I welcome the support from parties opposite who will be supporting this bill through, and I commend it fully to the House.
Good.